Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. My name is Hannah Olivas. I'm from She Rises Studios. I'm here with my amazing co host, Michelle Klein from Klein Hospitality. She is a phenomenal leadership coach, and I always say this in every single live we do: check her out, find her, build a relationship, and let's get this moving. So, today we're going to talk about limiting beliefs. Our title is Bye, Bye, Bye. So when you hear bye, 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 I think of the song. Um, but really, honestly, what this topic is about is talking about limiting beliefs, how it affects us in life and business, and why we need to let them go. So we've been doing what? This is our third week or fourth week?
Third. I want to
Third
say third.
of unleashing the female entrepreneur within. And I feel like we've covered an intense amount of content. We always try to keep it between 15 and 20 minutes because we value your time. We value the fact that you've dedicated some time to come in and watch these lives that we do. And we create them for you, especially to implement in life and business. So I'm going to pass the baton to Michelle to kick us off today. And we're just going to have a simple conversation of why we need to let go or how we can let go of those limiting beliefs and what some of those limiting beliefs are that we face. So let's do this.
Correct. So, good morning, everyone, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world or whenever it is that you're watching this. Here's the thing, I don't want to focus on what are those limiting beliefs. I feel like if you go back into the other episodes, you will get a lot of that, and anyone can come up with their own list. Everyone has different limiting beliefs, but I want to share three different tools that you can use in the event you are ready to kick those limiting beliefs in the face. So here is the first one. Consider what would happen if your fear came true. So truly comprehend, look at all the look at the impact that that potential situation may have in your life, in your business, and realize, is it as bad as I think it is? Number one. If it is, start looking for solutions now, because if the case is that it may happen, and depending on what percentage of risk is out there, then it'll make you feel better to know that you have these various solutions or creative solutions that are available to you in order to deal with that situation should that situation come true. The next one is articulate what has been true in the past. And this is gold. This to me is an absolute nugget. So I'm going to say it again. Articulate what has been true in the past. Take yourself back to that moment. Take yourself back to those wins. Take yourself back to that project. If you feel that there is something specific that you're not going to be able to accomplish, check yourself or find a buddy or a friend or a colleague or your coach who can tell you, hey, wait a minute. Do you remember when you were in X, Y, and Z project? And this is what you were facing at the beginning, and you couldn't believe, and it was like crazy, and everything was upside down, and how you make it work. That is your power. But that power may now be asleep. Wake the power up. And the way you wake your power up is by taking yourself back to those moments and articulating what was true to you in the past. What are those accomplishments that you hit, those wins that you hit in the past that took you to where you are today? And then lastly, turn your limiting belief into an empowering belief. So I preach this, right? There, we can go through life thinking about all the negative around us. We can go through life saying, I want to fight for peace in the world.
Mhm.
Guess what? You're using the word fight. So, how about you turn it around and you say, I want to work towards peace on earth? Same situation. Peace on earth is something very big. But think about that. If you have a specific limiting belief, then how can you turn it around by reshifting, recalibrating the words that you're using in an effort to realize this is what we're going instead? So those are my nuggets for the day. Hannah, enlighten us. What do you have for us?
Well, I'm going the opposite direction.
I love it. That's
uh,
great. That's variety.
I don't want to say opposite direction. I want to say I'm going to touch on the other side of it. So a lot of us still get stuck inside those limiting beliefs, and some of them, and I'm going to share my personal ones because um, it's just what I do. It's who I am. So one of my personal limiting beliefs that I've had to overcome is, am I good enough? Am I really cut out for what it is that I want to do in life and business? And the answer is hell yes, I am. Because I'm good enough because I say so. I'm good enough because I believe it. And I'm good enough because I want to be. And it goes back to what we talk about being unoffended. You can't listen to what other people say, the naysayers. You can't listen to your own limiting beliefs. So, am I good enough turned into hell yes, I'm good enough and I'm going to do this. And no matter what challenges, no matter what fears, no matter what comes my way, here's this woman with wood in her hands running in that wooden building, not worrying about what anybody thinks, the consequence. It doesn't matter because I'm good enough. So knock that one right off your list. Number two, do I have what it takes to be successful? Now, I've shared this with so many people. I do not have a college degree, but I have the will, the way, the power to want to learn. I have also experienced a lot of hard knocks. I went to Hard Knocks Life School, and in there you develop common sense. You learn from your mistakes and you utilize those things to leverage you into, yes, you do have what it takes to be successful. Yes, you do have to do the research. Yes, you do have to focus. Yes, but just because you don't have a college degree or other things, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. Really what it is it should fuel you to want to say challenge accepted. I am worthy, I am enough, and I am going to be successful. Another one that would float through my brain a lot, especially in the beginning stages of creating She Rises. What if I fail? What if I fail? What's the worst that can happen? And I could never really, truth be told, come up with an answer. So that told me, just go for it. Keep taking that wood in that burning building and keep going, make the fire bigger. So if you think, what if I fail? So what? If you fail, you fail. You get back up, you do it again. And, it kind of goes based off of what you talk about, Michelle, in the book, Win or Learn. We all go through different things in life and business, and we look at it as, did we win or did we learn, or is it a combo of both? And I love that chapter in the book because it helps me reflect on so much. um Another one that I utilize a lot, fear of rejection. What if they reject me? What if they don't like my idea? What if I can't find my client? What if I can't this? All the what ifs. It all goes back into that bucket of limiting beliefs, which you should have a chuck it bucket and put all those in the chuck it bucket. So, fear of rejection. We talk about turning it into more. So, what is more? Movement, opportunity, relationships, and lastly, evolving. So, when you're going forward in life and business, you're always moving, you're always looking at opportunities, you're always building relationships, and you're always evolving. So, what do you have to worry about? Say bye 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 to those limiting beliefs. It's just, if we stay stagnant where we are in those beliefs, we will not grow. And that's just the reality of it. That's life, business, health, wealth, every straight across the board, even in parenting. Lastly, everyone knows this one. I like the good old SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. So utilize that in your life and business and see where you stand. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What opportunities are right there at your feet? And what are your threats? Analyze it, put it into your daily routine. And trust me when I tell you, those limiting beliefs, every time they come up, you're going to ignore them. You're just going to be like, psh, and say bye, bye, bye. And we always, it sounds so simple, but it is. It really, truth be told, it is that simple. It's whether do you want to believe in the limiting side, or do you want to believe in the limitless side and the limitless possibilities that you can implement in your life and business. So that's my little nugget to
I
add to
love
you.
your nugget. Listen, I like the fact that you said instead of limiting, limitless. That's beautiful. I am going to have to watch the replay because I lost audio all of a sudden, so I couldn't hear anything, but I was kind of like reading your mouth. But I caught the last piece when you were discussing the SWOT analysis, and that is such a powerful tool. You know that I am a very matter of fact person. I'm very corporate driven, and there are methods that we use when we coach people, when we coach organizations, and that is one of my most favorite ones because you can not only apply, and this is the false um, understanding of a SWOT analysis. Most people can associate a SWOT analysis with an organization or a department. Guess what? You can do and use that tool for yourself. Instead of focusing on your department or your organization as a whole, focus on yourself. What are your strengths? How can you start moving those opportunities into the next columns down so that you can regroup, utilize your strengths to bring the weaknesses back into the strength column? And what are those opportunities and threats? Move the threats into the opportunities so that they can, you can leverage those and eventually make them your strength. So that is gold. That's a great tool. I absolutely love SWOT analysis.
Me too. We use it inside the She Rises family, the team. I utilize it in my day to day. Like I had this crazy, so unexpected opportunity come up today. Um, and I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to tell you where my limiting beliefs came in. So, we've been doing these for 3 weeks, and then I've been doing lives and working on the She Rises stuff for quite some time now. And today I got this call way out of left field from Women's Day magazine asking me to be a content writer. And for those of you who know what that magazine is, that's an incredible opportunity. And honestly, when I was approached with it, I laughed. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm thinking, I am the worst person when it comes to grammar and writing. I mean, I can write, but I don't have a degree in writing, content writing. I don't have a degree in any of those things. And everything that I write and I talk to you about, truth be told, is just heartfelt. I take from my journals and I try to make it nicer. That's the best way I could describe it. I'm very simplistic. So when I'm talking to this woman and she's telling me, I was referred to you from someone in your She Rises group, I thought, wow, what an incredible referral. Number one, I'm humbled, but I don't know if I'm your girl because I don't have that background. I write from my heart. She goes, that's exactly why I'm calling you. What do you say? And all those things we're going through. Am I good enough? Can I write? Can I spell? Can I put an exclamation point where it needs to
So,
be?
so can I interrupt?
Sure.
This is so, Ina, this is great that you're bringing this up and that you're sharing it with the group because we can use that as an opportunity to reframe it and see and apply one of our tools as to how do you deal with that. When these things happen, I want you to ask yourself, and anyone out there, when these things happen, ask yourself, who are these people I'm talking to?
Mhm.
Right? They're important people. It's an important magazine. It has a huge reach. Try to determine what that looks like. The first thing that's going to kick in is, oh, you're gonna get scared. Even more scared than you were before.
Definitely.
Here, but now I'm gonna push you to the next step, which is realize who's calling you. Once again, it's the same question again. So, do you think they would be investing their time in contacting you and putting their brand at risk if you are not good enough?
I thought about that. And it goes back to what kind of we're talking about. I had to kind of like say, hey, wait a minute, she's calling me, I didn't call them. So I have to, remind myself. And it's just a part of being a business owner. It's a part of being in life, and super unexpected. So I had like 100 thoughts go through my mind all at one time. But you're right. I did have that thought. Well, you called me, I didn't call you. And I'm super honored and humble. So, okay, what's the next step? Then it became a Q&A conversation. What's expected? What are you looking for from me? What do you like? I kind of, I started to ask the questions that came to mind because I want to know. And how, and then most importantly for me, um these opportunities are good, and I wish them for all of us to have opportunities like that come about. But how is it going to help what I'm doing? How will it help empower women? How will my words, my little wisdom nuggets help? And if they really believe that it will, then let's continue this conversation. And so that's what we're doing. We're having another one next Wednesday, so I'll be better prepared, and all these limiting beliefs that went flashing through my mind disappeared, and I'll be ready for that follow-up call. But it's important when those things come about, and they will for each one of us at different times in our life, different times in business, to be prepared. So it goes back to what you said from the very beginning of this live. Change the focus, switch it from that limiting belief, and follow the steps that you shared. So I'm excited. I'm very, very humbled. It makes me want to go out and buy writing books, language books, but all jokes aside, it's a very humbling opportunity, and it put a lot of things that we talk about into perspective. And that's awesome in itself.
That's wonderful. Congratulations, Hannah. You got this. I believe in you.
And I believe in you. So let's get raw, for even more raw than we already are. Today, ladies, gentlemen, those of you who are watching, of you who are going to watch the replay, think about what Michelle shared with you. Implement it. Work it into your daily thought routine, because we have them. From the second your eyes open, your thoughts are going. So, what can you do to change those limiting beliefs into limitless? Like, how do you do that? She gave you some incredible steps. Start utilizing it. And what can you do right now where you are to change some of those? What can you do to make that happen like this very second? We've given you a lot of things. Michelle has given you, I don't even know we can't even package this, truth be told. Like, this is just real honesty. So, what do you think, Michelle? What's the last thing that we want to leave today with our viewers?
So, last thing I would say is don't quit too soon. I keep on saying this all over the place, right? In every platform that I'm given. Don't quit too soon. It's simple. If you get to step 10, go to step 11, go to 12, go to 13. When you get to 10 and these limiting beliefs come to mind, work through the tools that we gave you, put them on paper, talk to someone, and then move yourself to step 11 and then to step 12 and then continue doing this. It makes no sense for you to make it that far to just making that far.
I love that. I picture when you're talking about steps, just picture an endless amount of stairs because that's what it is. It's never ending. It's, we hear this and we utilize this a lot. It is not a sprint. Life and business is not a sprint, it is a marathon. You are in for the long haul. So why would you want to operate in limiting beliefs? Why would you want to put so much more pressure on your shoulders? We already have enough to worry about or consider. So why would you want to add that to your daily to-do list if you don't have to? So let it go. Let today be the day you say bye, bye, bye to your limiting beliefs, put them in the chuck it bucket, and start looking at your limitless bucket of opportunities. That's what I got to say. And I love when you said, I got the power. I'm thinking, I got the power. And I'm like, yeah, I'm over
Mhm,
there, right?
mhm,
So if you have that, and you will, and I will, Michelle will, we all will, we're all going to have that moment of that limiting thing that's going to come in, flip it and say, I got the power. I can do this. And so that's my last little thing. Tomorrow, we have an incredible event tomorrow in Las Vegas with the Becoming an Unstoppable Woman movement book authors. We are doing an in-person book signing at Finley Volkswagen dealership. And the reason why this is incredible, number one, the event is called Unstoppable Women Making History. Why? Because it's Women History Month. And what are we? Unstoppable women. So we are collaborating. Thank you to Valerie Carrillo for creating this event. Thank you to Finley Volkswagen for inviting us to be a part of this. Lady Driven First Friday. 5 p.m. in Henderson, Finley Volkswagen. There's going to be food, raffles, book signings, networking. Bring your business besties, bring your friends, bring your family. It's going to be an incredible event. We want to see you there. We want to see you. We want to meet you. We want to sign your books. We want to give you big hugs, air hugs, elbow dabs. Just come down, support us, and say hello. So
come
thank you
say
for,
hello.
yeah, just say hello, like hi. You know, throw that limiting belief out. Well, should I go? Well, if I don't know anybody, who cares? We're like one of the friendliest bunches of women. So come down, see us, be a part of what we're doing, be a world changer, be that game changer, be that unstoppable woman that I know you are. And tune in with us Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here. And lastly, all these episodes we're doing are going to be and already are on our YouTube channel, but we have more to come. So get plugged in. Get plugged in with what we're doing. Become a part of it. Do the work. Make that magic happen and unleash that female entrepreneur within today. Right?
Unleash that female entrepreneur. The world needs you. The world needs your shine, ladies and gentlemen. We need your support. So
Yes.
thank you very much for having us. We will see you on Tuesday. And Vegas peeps, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.